30 more years is the kind of number that sounds made up until you look at what researchers actually found. Because over time, something starts happening in your body that nobody really warns you about. Your muscles slowly lose their ability to respond to protein, the one thing they need to repair themselves. You cannot feel it happening. Your doctor is not going to bring it up in a routine appointment. It just adds up quietly in the background, year after year, until one day stairs feel harder than they used to, and you are not sure why. Your body slowly stops responding to protein the way it used to. The same breakfast that once kept you strong just stops working as well, unless you change how and when you eat it. That is why people can eat what looks like a perfectly healthy diet, chicken at lunch, fish at dinner, and still lose muscle, still get weaker, without ever suspecting their diet is the problem. Researchers found that eating eggs was the difference in how long people stayed strong, mobile, and living independently. But there is a specific way and time of day you have to eat them for that to actually happen. So tell me in the comments, are you already eating eggs, and how many do you eat a day? I want to know. Now, to understand what eggs are actually doing, you first have to understand what your body is doing while you're asleep. While you sleep, you go somewhere between 8 and 10 hours without eating anything at all. And during that stretch, your body starts breaking down a small amount of your own muscle just to keep itself running. By the time you wake up, your muscles are slightly behind and breaking down a little faster than they are rebuilding. It is not dangerous and it is not a big gap, but it is real and it happens quietly every single morning whether you notice it or not. This also happens to be the moment your body is most ready to soak up protein and start rebuilding again, more than at any other point in the day. Eggs are especially good at triggering that rebuilding because of something inside them. They contain unusual high amounts of a specific building block your muscles use to kick that repair process into gear, more than most other protein sources give you. 3 eggs hand your body a strong, complete dose of it in one go, which is part of why they work so well for this specifically. The timing changes the outcome because of how your body responds differently at different points in the day. Eating that same protein at dinner after a full day of eating produces an effect that is real but blunted, since your body is not nearly as hungry for the signal at that point. Eating it first thing in the morning on a body that has been fasting all night produces a dramatically stronger response because your body spends those early hours sitting in a small, temporary gap between what it broke down overnight and what it has rebuilt so far, and the right protein at the right moment is what closes that gap quickly instead of slowly. There is also a hormone that fires the moment you wake up, and what you eat right after that matters more than you might expect. Before I go any further, I want to be honest with you about something, because a title like this one deserves honesty rather than hype. You have probably seen versions of this claim online before, some single food promising to add decades to your life, usually with very little explanation behind it. And this video is going to do something different by actually walking you through the research those kinds of claims usually skip over. Eggs are not a guaranteed longevity solution, and no single food can promise you a specific number of extra years, no matter how confidently a headline puts it. What the research actually shows is more modest than that, and it is also more useful because it holds up. Consistent morning protein intake, particularly from leucine-rich complete proteins like eggs, is strongly associated with preserved muscle mass, preserved strength, and preserved independence over time. And that is the real claim, one worth understanding properly rather than skipping past. So back to that hormone. Cortisol naturally peaks shortly after you wake up as part of a completely normal daily rhythm your body has run for your entire life, quietly in the background, whether you pay attention to it or not. Cortisol on its own nudges your body slightly toward breaking down tissue for energy, which sounds alarming until you understand what happens next. Feed your body a strong dose of leucine-rich protein right into that window, and you counteract that morning breakdown signal with an equally strong rebuilding signal, turning what could be a quietly catabolic morning into a productive one instead. Skip breakfast or eat something low in protein like cereal or toast alone, and cortisol tends to win that particular battle by default, day after day, without you ever noticing the toll it takes. Insulin sensitivity follows a similar pattern. Most people are more insulin sensitive in the morning than at any other point in the day, which means your body handles nutrients, including amino acids, more efficiently earlier rather than later. Pair that natural morning sensitivity with a leucine spike from eggs, and you get two separate systems in your body working in the same direction at the same time, reinforcing each other instead of working against each other. People often ask me whether a protein bar or a protein shake in the morning does the exact same job, and in many cases, it genuinely can, provided it actually contains enough real leucine and complete amino acids. The catch is that many popular protein bars are surprisingly low in real protein once you actually read the label padded out with the fiber, sugar alcohols, and marketing language rather than usable amino acids. So the number on the front of the box often has very little to do with what your muscles actually receive. An egg cannot mislead you the way a label sometimes can, and that consistency is part of why whole foods like eggs remain such a dependable foundation compared to relying on packaged alternatives alone. Skipping breakfast entirely causes a similar problem in a different way. If you currently skip it, or if your morning meal leans heavily on carbohydrates alone, cereal, toast, a bagel, you are letting that morning window pass without giving your body the signal it is actually asking for, and doing that consistently for months and years is what quietly adds up. Let me tell you about a woman I will call Linda because her story makes this real in a way numbers alone cannot. Her doctor mentioned, almost in passing during a routine visit, that her muscle mass was lower than it should be. She had always considered herself someone who ate a healthy diet: oatmeal in the morning, a salad for lunch, chicken and vegetables for dinner, plenty of protein overall by any normal measure, and on paper she was right. But she had started noticing small things creeping in around the edges. Jars she used to open easily now needed her husband to open for her. Stairs that used to feel effortless left her slightly winded, and there was a general sense that her body was quietly changing, even though the number on the scale barely moved. She was not looking for anything dramatic, and if you had told her that swapping her oatmeal for eggs would change much of anything, she probably would have been skeptical, the same way most people would be. She started eating 3 whole eggs every morning instead of oatmeal. Nothing fancy, scrambled most days and boiled when she was in a hurry, and kept her lunch and dinner exactly as they were before. Within a month, she noticed she was opening those jars again without asking for help. Within 3 months, her grip strength, measured at a routine checkup, had improved enough that her doctor actually asked what she had changed. Within 6 months, she was climbing 2 flights of stairs to her apartment without stopping to catch her breath halfway up, something she had quietly stopped being able to do without ever noticing exactly when it happened. None of it felt like a big change while she was doing it, which is part of what made the results stand out so much once she actually noticed them. Linda simply moved her protein earlier in the day and made sure it came from a source rich enough in leucine to actually trigger the response her body needed without adding a single exercise routine, gym membership, or full diet overhaul on top of it. This is worth pausing on for a second. Eating eggs alone will not guarantee you 30 extra years of life. Life is more complicated than any single food or habit, and I am not going to pretend otherwise. But muscle mass itself turns out to be one of the strongest predictors of how long you live and how well you live during those years. Studies following adults over time have repeatedly found that low muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia, predicts hospitalization, falls, loss of independence, and earlier death more reliably than almost any other single measurement doctors routinely check. Preserve the muscle and you preserve far more than strength, because you preserve your ability to carry your own groceries, to move through your own home without help, and to keep up with your own daily routine without having to think twice about it. There is a broader piece of this that is worth understanding too. Muscle tissue functions almost like an organ in its own right, releasing chemical signals into your bloodstream when it is actively being maintained and rebuilt. These signals influence blood sugar regulation, they influence inflammation throughout your body, and emerging research suggests they even influence brain health and cognitive resilience over time. None of these systems work in isolation, which is part of why preserving muscle mass keeps showing up again and again in research as a marker connected to a much broader picture of staying healthy, touching your heart, your metabolism, and even your mind. Bone density tells a similar story, and it is closely tied to everything we have already covered. Muscle and bone are in constant conversation with each other, pulling and loading against one another every single time you move, and that mechanical loading is part of what signals your bones to stay dense instead of gradually thinning, a condition called osteoporosis that quietly affects a significant number of adults over time. Stronger, better fed muscle tends to translate into stronger mechanical loading on the skeleton underneath it, which is one more reason people who preserve muscle mass over time also tend to experience fewer fractures and faster recovery when accidents do happen. A hip fracture later in life carries a genuinely sobering survival statistic, often worse than many common cancers, largely because the body underneath that injury was frequently already weakened well before the fall itself occurred, sometimes for years without anyone noticing. Immune function follows the same thread. Amino acids from protein are also the raw material your immune system uses to produce antibodies and immune cells, which is part of why chronic low protein intake is repeatedly linked to slower recovery from illness, longer hospital stays, and weaker responses to vaccines. Feeding your body consistently and at the right time gives every system you have, muscular, skeletal, immune, and metabolic, the raw material it needs to keep functioning the way it is supposed to, and that reaches far beyond simply looking strong or being able to carry your own groceries. Now let's get practical, because knowing this matters far less than actually doing it. Research generally points toward roughly 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast as the threshold where muscle protein synthesis gets meaningfully triggered. 3 large eggs give you somewhere around 18 to 21 grams on their own, which is a strong start but often not quite enough by itself to hit that full threshold. So many people add a slice of whole grain toast, a small serving of Greek yogurt, or a glass of milk to round things out and close that gap comfortably. The eggs do not need to be fancy. Scrambled, boiled, poached, or fried in a small amount of olive oil all work equally well, and what matters far more than the cooking method is simply making sure they show up on your plate most mornings, consistently, rather than only occasionally when you happen to remember. Some weeks that will look like scrambled eggs on toast, other weeks it will look like 2 boiled eggs eaten standing at the counter, and both count just as much. If you already enjoy a bigger breakfast on the weekends, the same principle works there too. It just needs to happen most days, rather than only on the days you have extra time. If you genuinely cannot or choose not to eat eggs, the same principle still applies through other leucine-rich complete proteins, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, a whey protein shake, or a thoughtfully combined mix of plant proteins. Eggs simply remain one of the most affordable, accessible, and naturally leucine-dense options available in almost any grocery store, which is why they're worth starting with if you can eat them, though they are far from the only path to the same outcome. If you currently skip breakfast entirely, simply adding 2 eggs is already a meaningful shift on its own. If you already eat breakfast but it leans heavily toward carbohydrates alone, cereal, toast, a bagel, add in eggs, alongside what you already enjoy is a gentle, sustainable way to build the habit without turning your morning into a chore you dread. I do want to address something honestly, because I would be doing you a disservice if I skipped it. If you have kidney disease, gout, or a specific medical condition that affects how your body processes protein, please talk to your doctor before significantly increasing your protein intake, because the guidance in this video is meant for generally healthy adults and is not a replacement for individual medical advice. If you are on cholesterol-lowering medication, or you have specific concerns about dietary cholesterol, that conversation with your doctor is worth having too, even though most current research has moved away from treating dietary cholesterol from eggs as the villain it was once assumed to be. For most people watching this though, a few eggs most mornings is simply food, ordinary and affordable, being used at the right time for a very specific purpose. One morning of eggs changes nothing dramatic on its own. Months of consistent morning is what actually becomes a pattern your body responds to. And that pattern is the entire point. There's no guaranteed number of extra years attached to any single habit, and changing your breakfast won't hand you a specific outcome. What the research consistently shows is that the people who preserve their muscle mass over time tend to be the same people living longer, staying independent longer, and avoiding the hospitalizations, falls, and loss of function that quietly steal years from so many others. One of the simplest, most consistent levers researchers keep finding for preserving that muscle is exactly what we have talked about today: leucine-rich protein delivered first thing in the morning, day after day, year after year. This is simply doing exactly what your body already asked for, at the exact moment it is asking for it, rather than searching for some shortcut or loophole in your biology. Muscle responds to the right signal even after years of assuming that particular door had already closed, and it keeps listening far later than most people expect. Every single morning is a fresh chance to send your body the signal it needs to keep rebuilding instead of quietly breaking down. And all that chance really asks for is about 3 eggs and roughly 5 minutes at your stove. So starting tomorrow morning, not next Monday and not once life calms down, crack 2 or 3 eggs into a pan before you check your phone and before the day pulls you in 6 different directions, and eat them. Do it again the next morning and the morning after that until it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. None of this requires perfection either. Some mornings you will be rushed, some mornings you will forget, and some mornings the eggs will just sit in the fridge untouched, and that is fine, because that is simply being human. What matters far more than any single perfect morning is the overall pattern you build across weeks and months. The quiet, repeated signal you keep sending your body that it is still worth investing in and still worth keeping strong. That is really the whole idea behind this video, a body that keeps hearing morning after morning that it is still worth rebuilding. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you want more breakdowns like this one, the kind that hands you the actual mechanism instead of a slogan, then subscribe to catch my next video. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.